Joel, which is essentially the HellDivers commander, gave us a mission to go kill 2 billion, that's billion with a B, bugs. And we did that mission so fast. Like, I don't even think Joel was prepared for how fast we did that mission. The mission was done in less than 24 hours. I think in total it was done in actually 14 hours. We killed 2 billion bugs with a B in 14 hours. What's up, guys? It's the Gaming Czar bringing you your daily gaming news. And today we're going to go over a few of the stories that came out this weekend. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, starting up first, I actually want to talk about a story real quick that's been sweeping Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it. Tomb Raider update makes controversial change, not to mention in the patch notes. The newest update to the Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered trilogy quietly pushes a change that was conspicuously absent from the patch notes. One, this is very controversial because I actually talked about Tomb Raider already making a change to the games in one of my previous videos. But this time they seem to have taken some more things from the game, taking it a little step further. So we're going to get into that today. Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered compilation has reportedly made a change to the game that was not mentioned in the recent updates patch notes, riling up fans about previous premises. The compilation released earlier this year brings back the iconic original trilogy of Lara Croft's adventures that turned the franchise into a household name in gaming. The remakes have been praised for their graphical enhancements to the classic adventure game, as well as several quality of life upgrades. Now, however, an unmentioned part of the recent update is making a controversial change. Since the release of Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered in February, developer Aspyr has pushed out regular updates to the trilogy. The game received their second major update earlier this month, introducing several fixes to Tomb Raider's 1 through 3 Remastered achievements and new additions to the game photo mode. The update also fixed an issue with the Epic Games Store version of the game, now properly launching Tomb Raiders 1 through 3 Remastered in full screen mode. However, one quietly pushed change has some Lara Croft fans up in arms. As reportedly by Nintendo Life, some eagle-eyed fans have discovered a change in Tomb Raiders 1 through 3 Remastered Update 2, not mentioned in the patch notes. The update specifically affects Tomb Raider 3, the pinup poster of Lara Croft removed from the game. The posters could originally be found in the very beginning of Tomb Raider's 3 4th level, hanging on the wall above a line of lockers. Neither Aspyr nor current Tomb Raider developers Crystal Dynamics acknowledged the poster's removal ahead of the update's launch. So this right here is the original tweet. Smash JT says no effing way they did it. They actually did it. Crystal Dynamics censored out the pics of Lara in the update on Tomb Raider. WTF. Credit to Momoji DOA. So these are the pictures that they have right there. That was previously in the game. And clearly they took them out here in this picture right here. The unexpected removal of Lara Croft's posters from Tomb Raiders 1 through 3 Remastered comes in contrast with Crystal Dynamics' previous statement about the remasters. Within the launch screen for Tomb Raiders 1 through 3 Remastered, players are greeted with a message warning about offensive depictions of pictures and cultures. Crystal Dynamics stated in the warning that it chose to preserve the content in its original form, suggesting that fans and developers can learn from its harmful impacts. So this is actually the message that I was talking about that they previously added in the Tomb Raider games. Point was that they added something that wasn't originally there, and if they could do it here, they could do it to the other games. The success of the Tomb Raider trilogy has sparked excitement for the franchise, with more from Lara Croft seemingly on the way. The trilogy of remasters was quickly followed from the rumors that Aspyr may be looking at Tomb Raider 4 Remastered, based on cryptic hints within the games. Crystal Dynamics has also begun to tease the next entry into the franchise, showing off a new look for Lara Croft for the upcoming Tomb Raider next. Lara Croft's status as a video game icon remains strong even nearly 30 years after her first adventure. This is just an example of the censorship that is going on in games. This is just an example of the things that they could do to your digitally enhanced games. This is right in line with the Pokemon Go things that are going on. I'm not reporting on the Pokemon Go because I'm not a huge fan of Pokemon. That's it. But these are the things that you have to look out for. This is why people are looking to go back into physical copies, because they are ruining everything that is digital. And of course, we was warned about this before, but now they're actually pulling the trigger on some of these things. And this is only the beginning. If they find something else that they don't want or don't need in the game, they're going to take it out, and they're not going to ask you about it. So in this topic, we talked about things being censored. In our next topic, we'll be talking about things that won't be censored. Stellar Blade will be uncensored in all regions. A post from the Games X account reads, Stellar Blade offers the same uncensored version in all countries, including the Japanese version. This post comes in the wake of some PlayStation titles having religious variations, which players have routinely called out for perceived censorship. Stellar Blade will be released on April 26th as a PS5 exclusive. A demo for Stellar Blade was released on March 29th, after which the game's official X account advised players to go easy on it, with some players racking up over 50 hours of play on the demo alone. Yoko Taro, the director of the Nier series, recently said he thinks Stellar Blade is much better than his own game, Nier Automata. In a new interview with IGN Japan, Taro and Stellar Blade director Kim Young-tae both sat down to discuss their respective games. Taro praised Kim, saying he's a big fan of his work ever since his work on the Magna Carta series of games, and says that even though he's the older of the two, he still considers Kim his senior on a professional level. On Kim's latest title, Taro says, Stellar Blade is such an amazing game. I think it's much better than Nier Automata. So this is the tweet right here from the official Stellar Blade X account. Yo, this picture right here is hilarious. I love the memers. The memers are great. So there you have it. Right now we have two sides of the spectrum. One that is willing to censor without your permission, and the other that is willing to not censor no matter what. I think you know which side we all stand on, and that's it for this topic. For our next topic, HellDivers 2 developer warns we're intentionally going to lose ground in this major order as both bots and bugs want revenge. It's unlikely that you'll be able to hold them all. Now, to give you a little pre-story to what's going on here, in case you wasn't keeping track, Joel, which is essentially the HellDivers commander, gave us a mission to go kill 2 billion, that's billion with a B, bugs. And we did that mission so fast. Like, I don't even think Joel was prepared for how fast we did that mission. The mission was done in less than 24 hours. I think in total it was done in actually 14 hours. We killed 2 billion bugs with a B in 14 hours. Joel was supposed to give us 5 days to complete this. We did it in a fraction of that time. If you ask me, I think Joel got pissed off from that. Joel's pretty pissed off now, and so he basically gave us a new mission to where we have to defend, I believe it was 10 planets at once. 5 from the bugs, 5 from the robots. The thing is that this mission is, it can't be beat. I mean, even if we coordinate to the T, this mission is supposed to be impossible. Why, you ask? Well, let's get into it. HellDivers 2 players have served crushing blows to the mechanized automatons and the space crab termites in recent weeks, meaning they both want revenge. As one Arrowhead Studio developer warns that the troops are unlikely to hold them all off. Super Earth's colonial project to spread democracy to bots and bugs saw 2 big victories recently, as HellDivers squashed 2 billion space crabs in half a day and pushed back the automatons in the Galactic West. Now, both factions are really wild up and ready to fight. I don't want to pull back the curtain too much, but this MO is set up that players are intentionally going to lose ground on one of the 2 fronts. Community manager Spitz revealed in a note to the game's Discord channel, dishing on the current major order. We've poked the termite swarm and allowed the automatons time to regroup, he continues, referring to the 13-hour break the bots enjoyed. So both factions are pushing hard and attempting to reclaim territory. Defend events will be frequent and players now have to choose which front they want to fight on, but it's unlikely you'll be able to hold them both. Spitz has one last key of advice for fellow divers before we enter the Dark Ages. Choose carefully which planet you decide to focus on. Split forces and indecisive player base are what previously caused HellDivers to lose a key major order against the automaton a few weeks ago, so organization and priorities will be more important than ever. Good luck, troopers. I really like this D&D style of HellDivers where Joe is like the dungeon master and he's basically giving us tasks, quests, and missions to complete, and we essentially have to please the dungeon master and basically keep doing what he's telling us to do. He's giving us different ways to interact with each other. He's teaching us teamwork. He's organization. This is really freaking cool. I love HellDivers so much. On our next and last topic for the day, Castlevania fans discover new Konami Code after 25 years. A new Konami Code has been discovered in Castlevania Legacy of Darkness that lets players unlock all characters from the start. So for those of you who don't know, the Konami Code is up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, start, or select. Apparently now there's a new code that has come out, and I'm interested to see what it is. Let's get into it. Konami might be a shell of its former self these days, releasing dodgy Silent Hill games and Metal Gear Solid remasters. But it really was the bee's knees a few decades ago, one of the longest standing legacies in the Konami Code. The classic cheat input that could be found in most games the developers released back in its time, giving players loads of lives and other gameplay benefits. It's not something the publisher does anymore, even though the idea of Konami Code and something like PT would be very funny, and it was assumed that most codes in the games had been sniffed out a long time ago. However, it turns out that Castlevania Legacy of Darkness for the Nintendo 64 has been hiding one for the past 25 years, and it makes it arguably the definitive way to play Castlevania on the system. So this is the tweet. This tweet was made by Jupiter Climb, and his tweet right here says, "New Konami Code discovered after 25 years. In Castlevania Legacy of Darkness, you can unlock all characters and costumes from the start." First discovered by Castlevania fans, Moise and Liquid Cat from Castlevania 64 Discord server, and shared by YouTuber Jupiter Climb, the newly discovered code is essentially a more complex version of the Konami Code that we're all familiar with. All you need to do is double the inputs from the original code, and all the characters from Castlevania Legacy of Darkness that unlock after beating the game will be made available from the start, as well as their alternate costumes in a hard mode. Jupiter Climb goes on to share even more codes that were later discovered by Moise and Liquid Cat in their latest YouTube video. For starters, players can use a code to completely fill their inventories regardless of the character they're playing as. While two codes exclusive to the PAL and JPN versions of Legacy of Darkness will give players the maximum amount of jewels and max out their weapons power. It's a pretty big discovery for Castlevania fans, as Jupiter Climbs explains that one of the biggest issues with Legacy of Darkness was forcing you to play as one character until you beat the game. With this new code, you can play as many characters, and now it's possible Legacy of Darkness could soon become the best way to play Castlevania on the system thanks to these codes. It also shows you that no matter how old a game is, there's always a chance it could throw up more surprises down the line. And I think we have recently seen that, especially when it comes to Fallout and the TV series. Fallout 4 has gained 2,500% in over its recent sales. The play was smart. The play was super smart. They released the TV show while the Fallout sale was going on, or the other way around. Whichever way they did it, it was really smart, because now Fallout is being talked about everywhere, and everyone is hopping into the game, everyone is hopping into the show, and I love seeing the discussion around Fallout and everyone's adventures that involve it. Alright guys, so with that being said, that is it for today. If you made it this far and you like what you heard, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you made it this far and you didn't like what you heard, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am the Gaming Zone, and I'll be talking to you guys tomorrow. Peace.